Picture this. You're boarding a flight when suddenly every screen in the airport goes black. The departure boards freeze. Security scanners stop working. Air traffic control loses communication with incoming planes. This isn't science fiction. It's what happened on September 20th, 2025, during the Brussels Cyberattack. For nearly 6 hours, Brussels International Airport was thrown into chaos. All digital systems failed simultaneously. Check-in kiosks, baggage tracking, flight scheduling, security gates, and even backup communication channels. Incoming aircraft were forced to divert. Departing flights were grounded. Inside the terminal, panic spread as passengers were evacuated and emergency protocols were scrambled into action. It was the worst cyber attack on an airport in European history. And the terrifying truth is that our airports are far more vulnerable than most people realize. Right now, as you watch this video, airports around the world are under constant digital assault. Every single day, cybercriminals, state-sponsored hackers, and terrorist organizations are probing airport networks, looking for weaknesses they can exploit. What they find would shock you. Modern airports aren't just buildings with runways anymore. They're essentially massive computer networks with planes attached. Every system you interact with, from check-in kiosks to baggage handling, from security scanners to air traffic control, relies on interconnected digital infrastructure. And here's the problem. Much of this technology was never designed with cybersecurity as a priority. Let's rewind a bit. In 2017, at Los Angeles International Airport, hackers managed to penetrate the network and access sensitive passenger data for weeks before being detected. But that was just personal data. Imagine if they had targeted operational systems instead. That same year, security researchers demonstrated they could hack airport Wi-Fi networks to gain access to critical flight systems. They didn't just prove it was possible, they actually did it. But the vulnerabilities run much deeper than most people understand. Take baggage handling systems. These automated networks track millions of bags daily using RFID tags and complex routing algorithms. A successful cyber attack here could cause chaos by misdirecting luggage. Worse, bad actors could use these systems to track individuals or introduce malicious items into the baggage stream undetected. Air traffic control systems present an even more frightening scenario. While layered with protection, they're not impenetrable. In 2019, researchers found vulnerabilities in the ADS-B system that tracks aircraft positions. A sophisticated attacker could inject false aircraft signals, creating phantom planes, or worse, hide real ones. Imagine air traffic controllers seeing ghost planes during critical approach sequences, or suddenly losing visibility of actual aircraft mid-flight. And now, with the Brussels Cyberattack, we've seen exactly how real this threat is. Belgian authorities have yet to publicly name the perpetrators, but intelligence sources suggest the intrusion was carried out by a state-sponsored group, using a supply chain compromise to infiltrate airport systems via a routine software update. Once inside, they deployed ransomware that encrypted core infrastructure, but also exfiltrated massive amounts of sensitive data before locking systems down. The Internet of Things explosion has made things worse. Modern airports are packed with smart devices, from automated people movers to intelligent lighting, from climate control to passenger information systems. Each device is a node. Each node is a potential entry point. Even smart toilets and security cameras can be turned into digital backdoors. Then there's the human element, the softest target in cybersecurity. Every airport employee carries connected devices, smartphones, tablets, radios, workstations. A single phishing email can bring down an entire network, and these attacks are no longer crude. Hackers impersonate IT support, pose as FAA inspectors, or masquerade as airline vendors, all to extract login credentials or gain physical access. International airports are prime targets for nation-states. Intelligence agencies have long suspected cyber espionage campaigns against major hubs, not just for intelligence collection, but to map out future attack routes. These networks contain sensitive data, government official itineraries, defense contractor shipments, VIP movement logs, and more. Even financial systems within airports are attack surfaces. Every parking meter, credit card swipe, and duty-free transaction touches a network. Criminal groups have successfully hijacked payment systems before, but it's the next step that's chilling, using access to financial systems to pivot into flight operations or back-end control servers. Many airports are still running on legacy infrastructure from the 90s or early 2000s. These systems weren't built for a hostile digital environment. They don't receive regular updates, and some haven't been patched in years. Upgrading them is costly, complex, and in some cases politically difficult, which means massive portions of our aviation infrastructure are vulnerable by design. And let's not forget the supply chain, a hidden but critical weakness. Airports depend on dozens of third-party vendors for everything from HVAC control to biometric security systems.
Hackers don't need to break into the airport directly. They just need to compromise a trusted vendor.
That's exactly what happened in Brussels. A corrupted software update from a small security vendor provided the beachhead. From there, attackers spread laterally until they controlled everything. We've already seen the economic and operational fallout of such incidents. In 2020, ransomware attacks hit multiple airports in the US, delaying flights and paralyzing terminals for days. But Brussels in 2025 marked a turning point, not just because of the disruption, but because of what it revealed, how quickly a modern airport can go dark. And here's the kicker. We likely haven't seen the worst. Many successful attacks never make headlines. Airports and governments often keep breaches quiet to avoid public panic and diplomatic consequences. But insiders and cybersecurity researchers warn that long-term surveillance implants have likely been sitting dormant in airport systems for years, just waiting to be activated. So, what's being done? The Brussels incident triggered a wave of reforms across the EU. Cybersecurity budgets were doubled. Aviation-specific security frameworks were mandated. Cyber drills are now part of standard operations, but it's a race against time. For every vulnerability patched, a new one appears. For every backdoor closed, another is discovered. The bottom line? Airports live in a state of managed risk. Absolute security is impossible without turning off all digital systems, and that would shut down modern aviation. Instead, security teams work 24/7, constantly scanning for threats, isolating breaches, and patching flaws. But the battlefield keeps growing. Even as cybersecurity improves, the reality is that airports remain one of the most attractive and vulnerable targets on the planet. The complexity of their systems, the interconnectedness of operations, and the sheer volume of people passing through every day make them a prime target for anyone looking to cause massive disruption. We're talking about everything from terrorists to hackers looking for financial gain, and they're all eyeing the same thing: your flight experience. So next time you're at an airport, take a look around. Every screen, every kiosk, every camera, they're not just conveniences. They're part of one of the most complex and fragile digital ecosystems on Earth. And somewhere in the world, someone is trying to break into it, right now. But here's where you come in. Understanding the hidden dangers of airport cyber attacks is only the first step. As passengers, we all need to be aware of how vulnerable our travel systems are, and how much more can still be done to safeguard them. If you found this eye-opening and want to stay ahead of the latest developments in airport security and travel hacks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. By staying informed, you're helping spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity in aviation. And if you want to dive deeper into these issues and learn more tips on how you can protect yourself while traveling, make sure to turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our upcoming videos, where we'll continue to explore everything from cyber attacks to travel tips and hacks that can keep you safe and help you navigate the digital world of airports with confidence. Remember, the future of travel is being written right now, and you have a part to play in making sure it's secure. Stay informed, stay safe, and keep flying smart. See you in the next video.